This is neatsfoot prime oil compound. It's better to use the 100%. The compound is better if you're going to mix it with some dye, um, to dye a leather. Uh, but it is kind of drying, so you want to condition after you do use this. But neatsfoot oil is used in one of the top shoe conditioning um, treatments that a company is doing right now. Uh, it's one of their main ingredients. So I went back to the Tractor Supply today to try to get the 100%, and they didn't have any. I could have got a 32 ounce for like 14 bucks. This one is 16 ounce, so it's, kind of little. If you're doing a lot of leather, you use a lot of this stuff, unless it's the card. Those go really a long way, and I can't find my card right now. It's somewhere in the storage. But anyway, so uh, I paid $7.99 plus tax, so it was like $8.55 for this. So, a Tractor Supply. So if you go to farm, like a farm supply, or horse and tax, something like that. I searched everywhere else for it. If you want to get it where it's like 100% pure, the compound is good for dyeing. I just put some color on these boots, but I don't want to do much more to it. I'd rather condition them first because they're just super dry. I got these free in the trash. These little stringy laces. I don't like these round ones. I like flat laces better. And gosh, I've got bags of shoelaces, brand new. I'll be changing that. You ever tried to tie shoes with those strings like that? They're about to rip your fingers off. So I've got these little red booties. They're Justin booties. Justin ropers on the little doodah. It goes like a little golf shoe thing right here. That's what it do. It's a country and western style for like girls. Sometimes you see guys wearing them with those little fringy things. Kind of like the southern golf shoe. Anyway, so what I want to do, I got some auto repair paper towels. They're nice and heavy. I really don't have to do much protecting here because this is a plastic covered thing. It's actually pieces I want to put in my car. It came from Harbor Freight, and I haven't unwrapped them yet. So I use it for a table on top of this table, and it's really good for photography because it's gray. So what I'm going to do here, now, a really good thing to apply a lot of these things with, and you don't want to rub the leather a lot. And this, I don't know why these pick up little burrs all the time. When I wash them, they come back with burrs on them. And little stickers from the ground. Florida never has real good grass. You don't walk barefoot on grass in Florida because it's got stickers in it. But for some reason, and I'm not a barefoot person, these always come back with little burrs in them. I don't know where they come from. It might be from the washateria, maybe. I don't know. You gotta watch it because they'll scratch your car or whatever you're using this on. I don't want it to scratch this leather. But you can use a microfiber towel like this. The one that they really like is the sheep's wool ball on the wire stick. That's real popular, especially with real shoemakers. But the cool thing is, I can find them where they be. Got my little baggie. So where's the other part? There's a little buffing brush. I got my auto department at Walmart. That's kind of neat. Made by Auto Drive. Paid $4.97 plus tax for that. Here's my little brushes. I got these little brushes. Guy was saying these were styrofoam on the internet the other night. These are not styrofoam, they're just foam. They're soft foam. Foam, 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 foam. Or if you use a real good soft little paintbrush, but the problem is you probably want to use it only for this and never anything else again because it'd be resistant because of the oil, right? So what we're going to do is we got to condition these. They're getting really dry. I don't want them to crack. I may already be kind of cracked. Shake this up. This is feibings Prime Neats Foot Oil Compound. Like I say, this is better for dyeing. If you want to mix it with a little bit of dye, it's really good to do. But you still have to follow it with a good conditioner because it tends to be a little drying. I'm going to pour a little bit in here. A little bit of soap. So, it's kind of clear. I don't know if you see it. Probably can't see it through my hand, huh? Kind of has that champagne color. And I don't want to rub it off or anything because this leather just feels so delicate and dry. So I am just going to paint it on. That's right. I will paint it on. Boy, this really goes a long way. If you think baby oil is oily, this stuff, you can really run this stuff out. And you know what I want to do? I want to, if I lay that on there, it's going to soak it up, right? Okay, let's see. Guess I'll just have to hold it. Get some of these bags. And I think while I'm at it, I like to spray Febreze in shoes and try to hand wash them out a little bit with some dish soap or something. And if people smoked weed or they have a bad storage smell, Lysol or fake Lysol is good. That's about Walmart. I think I get 2 bottles for $7.97 in the package. Let's see. I need a refreshment piece. This will work. I'll put this in here. Since this bait's like really dry, I did say also about a few nights back. I try to let it dry in steps by the day. I'm not going to tell you it gets dry real quick in an hour or two, like some of these people say, because I'm telling you it doesn't. Especially if you're using heavy stuff, like a Picard or dubbing. Sure like dubbing. When I worked at Leatherbound LTD, I learned so much about leather there. I'll take this. I'll put this in the shoe. Try to lay it down flat in the bottom so that it'll start smelling good pretty quickly. And then I'm going to take these bags. I'm going to start fitting them in here. I've got shoe trees around somewhere. But if you ever see them in the secondhand store, especially the old wood ones that look really a million years old and wretched, those are the ones you want. I used to have all that stuff. When I bought the Adams house years ago, Chauncey Adams had all these different little things he was getting into. And one of them was a shoe business. And there was shoe patterns and models and all kinds of cool stuff. And I had that stuff for years. And I don't think I have any of it now. I believe it was all stolen in those storages out there in Burma a few years ago. So I'm trying to stuff this in here. It's kind of, I probably have to do these a couple times to get them just right. Let's see if I can lay this on the edge so I can get something done. Okay. Now, get all these little iron. You don't want to stretch them out. You just want to try to get all this filled in so you can kind of have it, the wrinkles soaked in with condition, and hopefully get rid of them. And you want to try not to use this. This is the new thing now. To take an iron and a wet washcloth and then steam that sucker to death for the tennis shoes or shoes, and then it's supposed to like take the creases out on it. That's really bad for the leather. Leather does not like heat or water. Really, it doesn't. So I try to stay away from that. Just do it the real way. So I'm going to try to paint these up. Oops a daisy. I dropped some here. And see how smooth that goes on? It's not scratching the leather. That's what I thought would be good. It's just to go ahead and do that, and you don't have to use any rag or be abrasive. I'm really trying to be careful because I don't want to ruin the finish these boots. I just really think they're overly dry. And I want to try to bring them back before I start doing anything massive to them. Because I don't want to lose the finish. Now the Neats Fit oil does tend to darken the leathers a little bit. But it really makes like black leather look like just almost like an ebony glowy. But it can really seriously darken a leather. But they still have to take time to dry. I mean, you can just see how much this is just soaking right in. It's just about like baby oil. Needs Fit oil, I think, is ground up legs of cows or something. It's something. Mom Layton used to tell me years ago, I said, what's the best leather conditioner? She said, this before I worked at Leatherbound LTD, and she's like, Needs Foot oil. But now when I worked at Leatherbound LTD, the most severe, great leather conditioner was Dub-In. Come in a little can, kind of like saddle soap, but it was oil, and that stuff was so good, it bring anything back, and waterproof it and everything. It was fabulous stuff, and it smelled like fresh bacon, fresh cooked bacon. The only problem is this stuff you put it on smelled like bacon for a while before that scent went away. So if anybody walk by and say, well, you smell like bacon. Yeah, because your jacket smelled like bacon. So this stuff, I like this stuff. Quite nice. That's fine. So we're just laying this on smooth as silk where it's not hurting anything. Just glide right over it. Like sweet Daddy Cool Breeze, right? Okay, let's see where we missed some. I'll try to get in all these spots. They say it can be a little abrasive to stitching, but who knows? We're gonna go out after it with something else after this. Hopefully, if I can find my Picard. If not, I'm gonna use some Lexol conditioner and get a little closer to getting it straight. I can definitely tell that these are super dry. Then try to condition your leather 3 times a year, if not 1 time a year. Even if it's a wallet, shoes, whatever it is. It's really important. This is a leather sole. So I'm going to do this too. I've got to retouch it anyway. I'll probably use a black marker for that or some India ink that's permanent. I do have some pen and ink kind of ink, but it's not permanent. I've got 2 other bottles that are. So I gotta make sure the bottom is very well mated to this boot. I'm gonna try to get as perfect as I can before I ship it out. You see, I'm a fanatic. I want it just right. So, God, these seem to be so dry. And I'll let this, hang out for a day or two. Now, if it really sucked it up quick, I'll retreat them tomorrow with this before I go to the next one, I think. Unless I can find my Picard, then we're in like Flynn, you know what I mean? Oh, I love my Picard. Stuff's so wonderful. In the meantime, I'm gonna take my little fabric painting pens back that are missing the darn tip. See if I can get a set. It works and it's not defective or stolen or whatever it is. I'm quite sure those came in a wrapper. Oh, we unwrapped them. So we're gonna need some more of these. I knocked the little thing over. All right. I like this little foam brush. I thought this would be a good idea because it wouldn't be abrasive in any way. These people rub and it sounds like sandpaper in their videos and stuff. I was like, God, be doing with paper towel or something. It's not what you want to do. You really don't want to rub it in. You want the leather to pick up and absorb it. You just want to lay it on there, man. These boots just seem to be so dry. But they should be able to straighten out pretty well. If I get this right. Let me make sure this side is good. I hope I can get them looking just about perfect, but maybe not. I don't want to do much more treatment to the scars on here until I can feel like this leather is ready. I guess that's kind of backwards, huh? I think the bottom layer of that heel is rubber and the other is stacked leather. I can just get to pick the boot up. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and coat this whole bottom here because this is leather. That way when I start to really seriously clean it, hopefully it'll be better. And I might clean that with, because it's the bottom of the shoe, I might use one of those little white sponge things for the bottom. Because that stuff is like melamine sandpaper is really what that is. Those little sponges. I forget what you call them. But it's actually sandpaper. So you gotta be careful what you're doing to it. There was somebody I knew that used it on a car And they end up sanding all the paint off of it because they thought it'd be a great idea to clean the car after that. And they just took all the finish off. It's really funny. People are amazing. Okay, so we're gonna let that soak. Look at this cool rack I just got. $20, I'm gonna offer them part of the pizza. That's like a $200 rack. You see that? Dude was moving it in. I offered to buy it from him. He said, "Oh no," and heck no. And you know what's funny? The other guy comes back, and for some reason he said, "It ain't gonna fit in there, man. You want me to turn it sideways or what?" So we're going to put it in a unit, storage unit. And the guy was like, "Oh." So then when I walked by the second time, I had to go back to the car. I was looking for my little brushes. Um, the guy says, "So you want that rack?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what do you want for it?" And he said, $20, okay. I said, all right. So I had to like gather up $20. And then I thought, I just bought that pizza and I had 2 pieces of it. And it's like, I didn't want to eat all that. So I said, how about 20 and a pizza? He said, no, we already ate. He said, I said, okay. So that looks pretty good. We can start this next one. Let's see if we can get anywhere with it. But trust me, it will look better as we go. Leather will last forever. It'll last your lifetime and the next person in your life's lifetime. You just gotta make sure to take care of it. That's the trick, Okay, let me see. We need some more baggies. Oh, I hate this leather. One of these boots looked like it got wet at one point. I'm hoping none of this is cracked. I'm really hoping. Let's make that. I got some. Let's see what we got. I got some more here. Let's see. Okay, I got some shoes. I got shoes and jackets and all kinds of stuff. So I've got a condition, clean condition, touch up, and I'm listed to sell it. Beautiful pieces. I've got to start those $900 boots on. They're beautiful, but I want to try to do a good clean on those before they go. I think they were suede. I'm going to try to go ahead and touch it, cleaning on the suede before I sell them. I want to be like really perfect. And if I get $700 on those boots, and the unfortunate thing is I think they fit me. But I want to sell them. I don't need any boots right now. $700 get me a hotel room for a couple weeks. I think on winter rates in Florida. That would be nice. Okay. Let's go the other hand. Get right in that crease. This stuff is just so smooth as silk. I have a feeling this bead is really sucking this stuff up to begin with. If it needed anything. anything to start. I've been wanting to get all this leather stuff for a few days. If I get some of it started anyway, I can put it on rack and let it dry. And then uh, gotta sort out some boxes to pull some stuff and get it in complete sets and that so I can get it listed and gone. But I got a bunch of boxes to go through. Got a sale last night. A Lily Pulitzer piece. That was cool. Hadn't any sales in over a week. Really strange. Oh, missing my Picard leather treatment. Hope I find it soon. That stuff you use it on saddles. You can use it on car seats. And use it on shoes, jackets. I just love Picard. I don't even do any cleaning. I just use one rag. One real soft rag and start laying it on there and let it soak in. It takes a few days to get it to soak in and condition and all that before you want to sell it. I don't even buff the stuff off. I just let it absorb it. It is greased here. Come on. And get this thing to fill itself out. Need more oil. Getting a little dry. I can hear this thing dragging. Okay. Let's see what we got here. A little bit more. And I have to check these soles, make sure they're sticking. Like they're all on there, you know. And they're not going to separate. Gotta make sure that they're right, or they're going to have to go to shoemaker. Let them put them back together. Usually they'll take them apart and then glue them back together. Cute little boots. I had some red suede boots I think I gave to somebody because I hated them because you couldn't wear them in the snow and stuff because they were suede. They get wet and suede it heats. And so there was a girl that had a white fringe jacket, and I had the red boots she loved, and so we traded. My boots were brand new. I only wore them like one time. But the jacket was real used, but I really needed a white fringe jacket because I put one on layaway years ago at a store. And every time I drove by from college, I would pay another $10. My baby was only like 4 months old. And then when I went to go pick the sucker up after paying like $300, uh, I got to unwrap it. It's not the same jacket. I got to unwrap it at the store to go put it on. I'm like, what jacket is this? So it's not the jacket I put on layaway. So somebody had switched the jacket. Because this one was an all white fringe jacket. It was absolutely beautiful. And so somebody switched it while I was still paying on it. I was so mad. And they're like, well, we'll sell you this one instead. I'm like, no, I don't want it. I want the exact jacket that I tried on, that I put on layaway and been paying on all this time. So unless you can find one, refund my money. And since then, I've never been able to find one. You know, like a Wild Bill Cody jacket with the fringes everywhere. My thing was angel perfect. It was so beautiful. And freaking lost it. Or an employee switched it or something. Who knows? Sold it to somebody else. Hell, I don't know. This sucker's so dry. It really, really needs my Picard stuff. This is real thin. I think this would be better on a more porous leather. It goes on just smooth as silk, but it's like the leather is resisting it a little. Or it's sucking it up that fast. I don't know. I just like my Picard really to do. I swear by that stuff. Absolutely love it. Like I say, using a furniture, leather couch, car seats, and jackets, and plates, and shoes, and just all leather. Okay, so there's that. Make sure we got all the shiny parts of the leather. There's a guy that puts it on the suede part too. Suede means it's split. It's where they split the leather hide. So it's kind of furry on one side. I've never heard of conditioned suede on the back side like that. I'd be afraid to be all over like my socks and stuff. Oh, my battery's draining. So, it's because it's still uploading that other vlog. So what I'm going to do is we're going to set these babies aside. And I'll start on another one. And we'll go from there. I'll see you guys in the next one. There we have it. There's one there, and one there. And we're waiting for it to soak in and see how it does. Anyway, just the first and so many steps to get it right. I love you. See you in the next one.